Thank you for the help. So even though I start out with that one, that short zone, my same theory is this, like I said. Yeah! So I want to take that nape out. So a lot of times I see barbers, we use our trimmers to remove a lot of bulk. But think about the name of it. What is it called? It's called a trimmer. It's designed to remove small weight of hair, not large weight. So what I did was I put an outliner blade on this clipper and have the most power, and then I come back in and take all that weight out with something that's designed to remove weight and not just using my trimmer. Because we all know once we get to the trimmers that hit, you don't want to dug them out. So you're like, I got my hitters, and then you're trying to bald with them, and then next week they dead already. So for me, I prefer to use my tools exactly what they're designed for. That's actually better than the light that we had. Thank you. So I just use this outliner blade to go throughout the whole cut. In the nape, I take them up all the way to the high nape. The reason why I take them up to the high nape is because it's going to give them longevity, right? I'm going to hit them with the saber underneath. Actually, I'm not. I took mine out. So just jump off this nape area. I'm a fan of the Masters. I prefer the Masters, but I like the Masters because I like the teeth on the Masters. I feel like the Endless Masters gives me the best win that I could get. So, starting out, I know this was all a one. So I come back in with my Masters all the way open just to make sure that it's all lined up and even. Just because I switch tools, I still want to make sure that my system is right. Close it up halfway. And work underneath. My main focus right now is just to shrink that line of demarcation as I cut through. You guys have any questions at the moment?
What's that around here?
What was that?
I said, what's that around here? Below that one. What's that? Yeah.
What is the size right here?
Yeah.
Just guesstimating. This is probably like a 3.5. If I can eyeball it, it's about a 3.5. So once I get up into that area, then I'm gonna break it down a little more. That's where I'm gonna switch and go to a little tip over comb, tip over comb technique. Okay, is that for me? So once again, just going in and blending that line of demarcation out. He actually got a nice set of hair. And the way Hanzo works, because you guys are sitting here right now, if you guys want to look, our booth is right behind the respective roots booth. If you want to look at Shear, just because you're sitting here with me right now, you get a discount. And that's the only way you get discounts with our company is by going to a class. So I'm gonna call this a class right now, and we're gonna go ahead and give y'all a discount. So you could go over there and talk to my man Adam when we're done, and myself. Like I said, I'm just going, shrinking that line of demarcation. Making sure that everything is nice and clean before I move on to the next step. Wife, I'm still doing good? I'm good. She said I'm good. So my theory is this. Whatever you do in the nape, you should always mirror it in the temple. Because you get the day where he might not want to put product in his hair. He might just want to get up and go, but he put a hat on. So whatever you do in the nape, mirror it in the temple so that he can just go. You don't always have to just fly. So for me, I'm gonna come in, even though he has the beard, I start out with my nostrils halfway open. If you're using a blade set, that's gonna be your OA. This is still gonna keep him happy with the fact that, you know, he still get that kind of clean military look, but it's not all the way into that hand tight world. I always like to use my little brush to make sure that any hair that might be stuck to the scalp comes off, and I can get back to it. So same thing, opposite side. Start out halfway open. You just start to blend that out. My clipper is now closed. And then I'll open it back up all the way. I normally book my appointment every 30 minutes. It's not full time, but I like to schedule them every 30, but I normally get done with them in about 15 to 20 minutes. And then they can get in and out. You know, I'm really heavy on the social media side of things, so I get in there and I'll use the last 10 minutes of a haircut to actually give my client a little photo shoot. I don't use models on my Instagram. The models that I use are the guys that pay me every week that come get their haircut. Because believe it or not, your clients want to be on your Instagram as well. Like for them, that's like a big deal. So I let my clients get on there. If I got a young dude that's trying to build a business and he might not have a following yet, I have the following. So why not let him use my platform to go live while he in my chair? Because what that does is show him that I'm willing to help him grow his business like he's coming back to me to help me grow mine. Yo, wait a minute, guys. Is that running? That's crazy. Me and this dude grew up together in California. This is my first time. When was the last time I seen you? That's crazy. We gonna talk, man. So now I switch to my number 2. Going with my number 2. And I'm just going in, setting up that next step. But notice, I didn't go, most of the time you'll take this all the way up to the round of the head, right? If you go to the round of the head, you end up creating a mohawk because there's nothing for that hair to connect to, and the angle that you gotta take with your finger is so steep that that's what creates that mohawk. So for me, I start out underneath the round of the head, get my section in, then I can come back, take my texture shear and lightly start to bring that out, so then I can create whatever shape I want to going forward. I'm just going in with my number 2. I always use that C shape, in at 90, out at 45, that scooping motion, so I can continue to move freely and establish the next look. Put the head down for me. You guys got any questions? No questions? No questions? The white one, you can go on Andis.com. So I'm gonna show you another little trick I got up on my sleeve. So you see this blade here? Right? This is the same equivalent to a number 2. So look at the teeth on this 2 compared to the teeth on this 2. This is an animal blade. This is what they use on show dogs to finish. This is going to give you a softer blend than this one because of the spacing in between the teeth.
Hey, what number is this?
On the animal side, it's a 6SE.
Oh, okay.
But in the barbering world, it's a number 2. But because of the blade teeth are so much closer, I use this to get more smoother and more. If you know her stuff, she's like, yeah, that's it. So on the opposite side of the hair that the hair is combed away from, you're just going to create a straight square wall. I tell everybody it's the DD method, dude and diva, right? Everything from in front of the ear is going to stay square 90 degrees. Dude, everything behind the ear, mastoid and behind, apex behind, crown behind, that's all going to be rounded out and softened. That's where you create that diva look, because it's soft. So that's why I call it the dude and diva. Just going in still with that 2 and working my way around. Well, at least your wife don't have to cut your hair this week. So now I switch to this 1.5. This is where I start to create those divisions. So I had that segment here. Now I'm working in my medium zone. The 2 is set. I come back with the 1.5 and just work that line of demarcation out right up underneath. How many of you guys do a lot of scissor over comb or clipper over comb? Okay, so whenever you're doing clipper over comb, right, and you got that transition area of when you're about to transition from clipper to scissor, the 1.5 is the best blade to give you that scissor lived-in look when you're about to make that transition. A lot of people go with like a 1, or OA, or 000 to do clipper over comb, but if you're transitioning into scissor over comb, put the 1.5 on because that helps create the softness before you even get there. Like I said, I'm just going in with that 1.5, popping right up underneath that suit. Put your head down for me. A lot of times when you're in a barbershop, what's the number 1 complaint with everybody in the barbershop that don't do appointments? Who's still in all the walk-ins, right? That's the number 1. That's still in walk-ins because of fight in the barbershop. So for me, what I like to do is I like to tell everybody that I train, I just tell them finish one whole side of a haircut first, and then turn that client towards the door and work on the opposite side. So now you got one full advertisement going on. This is your commercial. It's sold. You ain't got to do nothing but now speak to the walker. Hey man, how you doing? When you speak to him, he gonna see you got his attention, and then just let him sit, and then watch the rest of the room. If he doesn't get up when that next barber is finished, you know who he waiting on. So then you know exactly to reach back out to him like, hey man, always put it off on somebody else. Oh, he finished, he can take care of you. He's automatically gonna say, I'm gonna wait on you. Because think about it, everybody that initial bowl cut sitting in the chair looks horrible when a new guy walked in. So like I said, I'm just popping that 1.5 right up underneath that 2. Starting that line of demarcation, starting to blend that line right out. So, because I'm working with such a shorter length, I have to switch to a guard. A 1/16 is the equivalent of a 1.5 blade. So if I put my 1/16 on and open it all the way up, that's going to give me this 1.5 that I work with. If I close it up halfway, that's going to give me my 1A. If I close it up all the way, that's going to give me a longer 1 to help blend that line of demarcation up. Question? Does it change if it's 0 gap? Not because it's a fraction of how small that 0 gap is. So it's still going to be right in that same range. You might adjust the lever a little bit. You might pull it back a little bit just to get it a little longer, but it's pretty much going to be accurate to where you at. So I'm going to start out with my clipper all the way closed. And I'm just popping right at that bottom line of demarcation. Open it up halfway. If you flick right, by the time you open it up halfway, that section should almost be completely blended. A lot of times I use just the corner of my blade. When you use that corner of your blade, you're changing the length that you're using this cutting with. So if I take this completely off and I turn my blade sideways, I'm still using a 1/16. So to me, I'm just going there and spot cutting and point cutting with a clipper instead of a shear because I'm in a shorter length. Also, I do a couple little hand tricks or elbow motions that change everything up. I call it the chicken wing, where I'm adjusting my elbow. While I'm adjusting my elbow, I'm changing the way I'm holding the clipper, manipulating the clipper a different way. So if I flatten out and I tuck my elbow in, I'm taking more hair off. But if I open up and change it to a raking motion, I feed more hair through, but it's actually only catching less. So when you see me moving the clipper around, I'm able to go up a little higher with a guard, that 1/16 up into that tooth area, because I'm changing the way I'm positioning that clipper. So as I work my way back around, still with that 1/16, bending my way all the way through. So I'm just making sure I go through and knock that bottom weight line completely out. This is the reason why I establish the haircuts first and get my shape in first. Because once I get it in, all I'm doing with these blades are setting up starting and stopping points for my shot. It's getting a little hot up here, so the stair's starting to stick even more. Oh, I feel you, bro. I see why you wore white, dog. I got you. You guys got any questions for me? Yes, sir. Then I jump it up to 45. So it's all adjusted, like, we can adjust it, but normally the base, just a haircut, 30 minutes. If you're getting the add-on services, then I jump it right up to 45. If you're doing a facial and everything, like, when you think about it, estheticians are allowed to use pretty much like, what is it, a derma blade on the small blade, right? So what I do, I have a woman's service where I actually shave the woman's face because we're licensed to do that. And the benefit is a lady's makeup wears a whole lot better on her face because what you've just done is remove all that excess hair on her face, that little fuzz that we don't see it, but it's there. So I do that for women as well, and I charge them $75 in service for that. Think about it, you book 5-10 of those a day, you good. And hairstylists can't do that. But a barber, we can, because we're licensed to use the razor on the face.
You include the eyebrows with that?
I do the eyebrows and everything. That's the eyebrows. I shave everything from their hairline, eyebrows, bridge of their nose, the lips, the chin, eyelids, so you make sure it's cheekbone, everything. all the way down to their neck. Women will pay for that. But you can't walk up to a woman and be like, yo, can I shave your face? She's gonna be like, bruh, no.
That beard, girl.
Right? Yeah, let me line that peach fuzz you got. So I call it painless hair removal and exfoliation. That's something that they relate to. They know what that means. But if you just say, yo, let me shave your face, they're gonna be like, nah, bro. Yeah, you looking for a quick exit interview? That's that one. So, how many of you guys love to really work with Shear? Huh? You like them? What do you like about working with Shear? Creativity? Honestly, I've been doing this 17 years, and for a long time, I felt stagnant because it was like everything was the same. Same haircut, same clients every day, same everything. And so when I started working with my shears more, I was able to expand and have a little bit more fun and do more creative stuff. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but long hair is coming back. And if you're not solidified with what you're doing with your shear game, you're missing a lot of money. A lot of money. These dudes with longer hair are paying $65, $75, $85, $100 a haircut. A couple of my boys in New York get $200 for a haircut. And they are predominantly scissor haircutters. And so when I seen them getting $200 a haircut, I was like, yo, what am I doing wrong? But it's a New York market. You know, everybody knows New York pays for whatever, especially in Manhattan. But that's what made me like start to switch. And the hardest thing for me, cutting with scissors, starting out was the fact that I didn't know how to section hair. Without getting a clean section, you can't cut a clean line. And so for me, I noticed as I teach around the country with barbers as well, that's the struggle that everybody kind of has. You don't know what you're doing once that hair gets in your finger. You can't figure it out. And so for me, it was taking that doll head, sitting down in the kitchen old school, and just cut that doll head. Figure it out, figure it out. The same way I had to learn blow drying was that way. Blow dry, re-wet it and start over. And once you start getting the motions down, you'll start to see the difference in what you're doing. So for me, that's why I love cutting with my shears, because of the fact that I can go in and I can pretty much create anything from shoulder length down and shoulder length up. Like right now, think about it. A lot of women are wearing short pixie haircuts. If they're wearing short pixie haircuts, guess what? Somebody got to do it. Why not let it be you? So I'm going back in with this 1/8 to finish out before I move up into my shear work. I leave that ledge so that I can continue to move on and do whatever I want to with my shears. I have multiple shears for multiple options. Right now I'm halfway. So before I move on, let's see. I got to do a little clipper over comb really quick. So before I do my clipper over comb, I want to explain it to you. A lot of times when you use clipper over comb, you might do these motions, but don't know exactly what you're doing them for. You just know they work. I think that's a lot of us, because we are creative artists. We like, if it work, it work, but I don't know why it worked or how it worked. So for me, this is my clipper over comb. I do pretty much everything in a 3 form. So starting out, if you go a horizontal comb and you travel with the clipper horizontal, that's creating a blunt 90-degree haircut. That's maximum weight from wherever you want it to live. But then if you take, how many times you see people take their comb, stick it in and over direct their hair and push it out to try to blend it back vertically? How many guys seen that? So think about this. When you stick this comb in, you're starting by the ear, you comb it, and you push it forward, you're over-directing that hair forward. Over-direction is forward is going to create what? Longer length going back. So for me, I never like to go vertically. I still hold the comb horizontal, but I travel with the clipper vertically. The reason why I do that is because then you have the guide up top of the comb already. You have your short guide underneath the bottom of the comb, and you blend up, and that makes it easier for you to blend it out. So now you're covering more ground instead of just doing one section this way. Make sense? Right. So now, when you're working with shears and you're cutting hair, you take your two fingers, if you pull it straight out, that's a 90-degree blunt cut, right? If you elevate hair, that creates a layer, removal of weight. When it falls back down, it creates that fade, right? But if you take your comb and hold it diagonally, when you cut on a diagonal, with scissors or with just a comb in your hand, what you're doing is distributing the weight. You're cutting horizontally and vertically at the same time. So when you're cutting horizontally and vertically at the same time, when that hair falls back into its natural position, there's no lines of demarcation because you took the weight out both ways. So for me, you're going to see when I use my clipper over comb, that's the three methods that I use. I go through first blunt, then I go through blend, then I go through the soften. So you can see how I just used that clipper over comb to remove some of that weight right under the top of that round of the head. And if you look at it head on, the shape is still square. Everything that could fit in the comb fit. Everything that I wanted to keep a little bit longer, I moved out of the way so that I could create the shape on the side. And when I comb it back over, I will take that out with a texture shear. So that was pretty much it for my clipper over comb. Now I'll go in. This is why barbers are so innovative. We just make up stuff. So when I say I do everything in threes, these are my three cutting shears, right? This is my Hanzo Talon 7-inch. The reason why I like the 7 over the 7.5. If I was going with a scissor, then I need to remove weight, but can withstand the dirt and as much hair as I want to cut off, then I'll go with a 7.5. because the blade is a whole lot bigger than this one. But I can still scissor over comb, and I can still use this 7-inch shear any finger to cut hair with. So I travel with a 7. That shear is a wet cutting shear. How many guys know that there's a difference between wet and dry cutting shear? Most people don't know that. They just grab the shear and say, I'm gonna cut hair with it. And then they don't understand like why the end of their shear is going dull. A lot of times when we point cut with a wet cutting shear, a lot of the times our point cutting is done with dry hair. So for me, this is my favorite shear. Not this one that's almost cutting. But this is my 6.5-inch Mamba. It's a dry cutting steel, so it's gonna last the it's gonna hold the sharpness longer. It can power through anything. So it's like when you take a silk shear and cut denim with it, no, but you can cut a denim, you can take a denim shear and cut silk with it. And that's pretty much what this is. This shear is gonna last for a whole lot longer, and it's gonna last, I haven't had this shear sharpened in over a year. And I cut hair pretty much every day with it. This shear that I'm holding here right now, my beautiful wife didn't know I spent $2,000 on this scissor. She right there, you know. But this is a specialty shear. This is a slide dry cutting shear. It was designed for cosmetologists to slide cut and face frame on haircuts when they're finishing the refining. So as a barber, when people come in and say, I only want scissor cuts, I always want to know why. And 9 times out of 10 is because they want the softness. They don't want the hard machine finish. So for me, I use this shear, scissor over comb. Because of the way the blade is designed, it's designed to push hair. So as I'm coming out and closing, I'm getting softness, but I'm still getting a straight line. But then I could take this same shear and pick up his hair, and I can actually channel cut through with it to create texture as well. So this shear is a versatile shear for me. It's definitely a specialty shear. When it comes to texture, once again, I'm going back to the 3 count. How many of you guys seen something like this before? Remind you of like the 4420s, right? So always know, more teeth, softer. The more teeth you have, the softer the blend is going to be. So this is our Hanzo 40 teeth. This is pretty much our eraser tool. This is what I use to blend clipper work and scissor work together to create that softness. Anytime I'm doing anybody hair that they got longer hair but they want a nice low taper, I always start out with this shear first because it's going to remove the weight but not the length. Then I clear it out, and then I go back in with my clipper and do my work with my clipper after I use this shear to power through first to create the softness. This next one here, this one is a 14 teeth. You see it has a lot of teeth, but the spacings are a little bit bigger. Also, all our texture shears are rounded out at the teeth. The reason why they're rounded out is so that you can open, close, and pull out without snagging your client hair. That's uncomfortable for a client, so that's why they're rounded out. But this is going to give you blend and some visible texture because of the spacing of the teeth. My next shear, this is my 13 teeth. Notice the spacing on this, right? Guess how much hair it removes? 50%. The first shear that I showed you removes 50% as well. But the difference is the spacing and how it takes the 50% out. How many of you guys have point cut? When you go in and point cut, the first thing that you do is this. You grab that hair, and you come in and do peaks and valleys, right? When you point cut, you get peaks and valleys. So what happens is your client can't change his haircut up in 2 weeks. Why? Because there's so much inconsistency with point cutting. So for me, I'd rather come in and use this texture shear, open, close, slide out. I remove weight, give him 13 accurate point cuts in 1 row. So when he comes back in 2 weeks, I have a straight line that I can go back to and cut it out. Make sense? Right, you did a good job on the top of it. So for me, I want to start out. He said that he wants to keep the length, but he wants a little bit of texture in there, right? So if he wants to keep the length, Why would I go in with a straight shear that's going to remove 100% of hair? Then I have to go back in and recut it, and then recut it again by putting texture in. Why not do it all with one shear? So I take this front section. We leave the front section longer for styling purposes. That's how you get that wave, right? So I take that front wave out, and I'm a separator. What you got in your hair? Swallow Chico? Lay right? Which one? I'm going to add just a little moisture to his hair. A little moisture is going to allow me to section it a whole lot cleaner as I get through. I'm a guy that don't mind using, like having clients with products in their hair, especially if it's straight hair, because I could use that product to work with me. I'm going to use it to help me get the section. Put your head down for me. So I'm actually going to start out right at the apex, right before the crown. Elevate up, and there's his texture, and there's his trim. Next section, 90 degrees, elevate, get back to that texture line. Next section, next section. I'm using my previous cut section as my guide as I work my way through. Now, as I get to the last few sections in the front, the only way to keep this haircut connected is if I start over-directing the last 2 to 3 sections. When I turn it, if you cut hair horizontally, the way you cross-cut that is you go vertically. So you can come back in vertically. And if you can see, can you lean your head on the vertical side here? So if I went horizontal, elevate, slide my hand out, you see the straight line there, but you also see the texture. Why overwork ourselves? So now I come back in, take this next section, over direct it back, and then I'll come in and point cut here. Next section, over direct, pull back, there's a guide, and bring it to it. Now, if you guys do a lot of comb overs, you know this is that most annoying piece because it always has that triangle. Take that triangle, there's the disconnect here, here's the guide. Come in with my 13T, and I just lightly start to point cut with it to take that corner off. Now I don't have that corner, I can pull it back. I'll switch. Going back to at the round of his head and making that connection. Because his wife did such an amazing job on the top of this, me just going in and adding that texture is going to just bring it to life a little bit more. Now I'm connecting his sides to the top. Notice how he just has that soft movement in there, and it's still connected, but it's with texture. So when this goes back, he's gonna have movement on his parietal ridge compared to just having a straight, hard line. That's why I like using these shears to make my connecting point. So now I'll go in my next shear. This is my 14T. Come in, elevate, and just hit just the tip of the hair to break any other line up and continue to make it soft. Flatten out. My last shear. It's my 40T, wherever it went. More teeth, softness, and blending. Elevate. Because the shear removes 50% of hair, I could do a whole haircut and blend with this shear. But the key to that is elevate the hair. Once you cut it, leave it there. Come back underneath, elevate it, leave it there. So then once you collapse it back down, it fishtails and layers on top of each other. Come back in underneath and just hit. Now I'm starting to spot cut with a Texas shear. So I'll come back in. Even when I finish with my clipper work, I'll go right over that area just to make sure I'm tying it all together. So I just outline this haircut. And it's funny because I'm a barber that don't believe in using fibers. I don't do any enhancement on any of my work that you ever see. And it's nothing against anybody who does. I just feel like it's still a strong clientele that don't want it. So that's what I cater to. I cater to keeping my clients nice and natural. I use the products to manipulate the hair to give you clean, thick lines. You know, not every haircut needs really clean, thick, hard lines. Sometimes you just need just a nice soft line on it to bring it out. Now for me, when I do a beard, I always get the back foundation going first because I feel like that's going to help you see the shape. His neckline is already kind of clean, so I'm just going back in and tap it. To clean it back up. I mean, Paul recorded the whole class. Hey, buddy, you're judging today, right? So then I'll just come back in and lightly blend that beard out to make the connection. The same way that I do my haircut where it's the 3-segment system going up the head, it's the same 3-segment system going down the face as well. Natural fold is my zone 1. My zone 2 is the middle of the ear. Everything below that is the longest length. So no matter what you do, you want to always keep that longer. So for me, that's how I look at my beard and my haircut. Always on and out the 3 areas. Come in and just finish out with that quicker work. So, one of my key questions to my clients, do you like volume in the front? So he said he wants a little lift, a little volume in the front. So my thing is this, a guy is not going to lie around brushing a blow dryer. It just won't happen, right? So my theory is you cut it in for him. So then all you got to do is go home, wet his hair and style it with some product, and he gets exactly what he was looking for. So that's what I'm actually about to do next. As I finish him up, do this little detail aspect. So I'll take that same 13T texturizer here. Let the front of the hair down again. And I take my section from corner to corner. Pull that out. Now if your client has lower density or it's not as strong, take another section behind it. So now I basically have two sections that I have sectioned out. I'm going to take this and break it back down in half. This is what we're going to use. So the rule of thumb is that short hair pushes longer hair, right? Longer hair is the wall that supports longer hair. So the easiest thing to do to cut the volume in is put short pieces behind that, so when you pull it back, it stands up for him. So I come in, take this short, but I want to create that short wall. Open, close, and slide cut out. That's all the hair I remove. Same thing again. Open, close, take that out. There's your volume right there. So the question was asked, am I at the base? It just depends. If you wanted to have a low volume, you go at the base, because then it'll always wait to fall over. But if you wanted more medium volume, you go off base halfway. It hides in there, and you can't even see it, but those short pieces created that volume in there. So my theory is you cut it in and sell the product. Because at the end of the day, the whole objective is to sell more take home and not just necessarily selling the blow dryer and the round brush. So I'm almost done, guys. You guys got any questions before I get ready to bounce out of here? I'm just making sure I go in there and get all that little texture that I want to see. So then I will finish out by just lining up his nape, and you'll be good to go, my friend. So since your wife is your barber, did I give you a different approach? See something a little different? Like I said, we all are creative artists, so we all got different things that we can all learn from each other. But one thing is that we all see each other still. And if you put a cap on yourself, then you feel like you're the best. And what you doing it for? Move on to something else in life. So for me, I always look at a learning opportunity as one of the best things I could do. Sit back and get education and learn some, even from a teaching standpoint.
Yo.
So that is my time. I thank you guys for what you got for me.
How much does this class normally worth?
How much is this class normally worth? If you own a pair of Hunter shears, the classes is always free. And that's with not just me, but any of the Hunter artists we got on our roster, anywhere throughout the United States, and soon to be overseas as well. So a little business tip. If you own a pair of shears of ours, if you want to go on vacation, take your family on vacation, look at our website, find the class wherever you want to go, book your ticket, and then write it off on your taxes as a tax write-off. Just a little side note. Use your free education to get you back a little bit of your vacation money. Because at the end of the day, the art of the business is business. And if you ain't a businessman, you're not really a true artist yet. So you gotta have that in your back pocket. But for us, if it was just a normal everyday thing, my hands-on classes start out at $1,000 a person, and then we move on from that. And then if we do, I leave that up to the shop owners. Sometimes I might charge $250 if you buying your whole shop buying shears. I'll come in for $250 a person and let the shop divvy it up however they want to. A personal, just one-on-one class, those cost a little bit because it's just me giving you my brain fully. So those cost a lot. And then in a salon situation, I'll come to your salon and do any class you want for me for free, as long as it's not hands-on. If you or anybody in your salon or barbershop own a pair of shears. So did I cover it? There it is. So thank you guys for your time. It's a little hot up here, so I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna be over at our booth right behind Respective Roots. We're gonna be right behind that booth. So come check us out, come talk to me. Let's see how we can get you in shears. And like I said, you all get a discount for coming to hang out and sitting in this heat with me. All right?